Okay, so first things first, I am in a new Gmail account because it's a lot easier to show you from a clean account how to set up your pipelines. And so for this, I really recommend that whenever you start using Streak, you have one email for your Beachbody business or whatever business, if you're watching this from something else, just for your business and not intermingling your personal account. Sometimes I even recommend, like, if you have a lot of prospects that are contacting you for coaching versus maybe for challenge groups, then maybe you could have even 2 separate emails. But I just have one coaching email, one personal email, and I don't let those mesh together. So it's super simple to set up a new email account very, very quickly. I just did this one not too long ago. You can add as many accounts as you want. So this is how you set it up. So the first thing you want to do is you want to find Streak. So how do you do this? You have to be using Google Chrome. To be using Google Chrome, just make sure that you have the Chrome browser. And then just go to Google and type in Streak for Gmail. And then what you'll do is you can click here, or you can even click here where it says Chrome Web Store. So if I click here, probably gonna be a little bit easier to add on here. And once you're here, because I already have this added, it's not gonna let me do it, but you'll have a little button that says Add to Chrome. And then what you'll do is open up your Gmail and it should automatically start loading into your Chrome. So I'm gonna exit out of here. Okay, so once you have opened up your email and you have Streak, you'll see the little button up here, knowing that it's there. You'll go over here to the left side and you'll see pipelines. And you'll see this one here. This is because I just created a generic one. I'm gonna delete this so it's not confusing us. But what you're gonna do is click New, and then you can just click Sales and CRM because it really doesn't matter which one you pick. So once you open this up, you'll see up here, these are your stages. So again, these are your stages. This is your pipeline name. So this might be Challenger Prospects. And so now you want to set up your stages. Now you can set up your stages whatever works best for your brain. I showed you guys in here. It totally like kicked me out, but all my stages are in here. And through here, you can see exactly how I set mine up. So if you want to set yours up like that, and I'll link this to, it denied me because I'm in another email account. Maybe it won't, maybe it'll let me. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. I love Google Drive. Okay, so you'll be able to see all of this, and if you go down to Challenger Prospects, so Challenger Prospect Pipeline. Now this is how I set mine up. You don't have to set your stages up like this. This is just what I do. So you can change the name by clicking here and renaming stage. So free group. And then if you want to change the color, you can just pick one of these colors, or if you want to get all nifty, you can change custom colors here. So you can even, do one of these with this writing. There you go, now it's pink. So you can change the colors that way if that's something you want to do. Now the columns here, so these are columns. We'll get into that, but you'll see where here I say the columns for the Challenger Prospects, and I have an example of the columns here, and then I have all the columns listed down here. So this is really important. When you set up your columns, they have to have the same names, or when you're transferring them from one column to, or one pipeline to another pipeline, that information won't go with them. So if you have a challenger who's in one of your challenge group pipelines, and now they become, you're inviting, they're like a coach prospect once they've finished their challenge group, once you transfer them, you want their information to go with that. So whether you have all of their goals, their personal information, their phone number, you want that to go with that. The only way it does is if each pipeline has the exact same names for things. Now, some of my examples in here, you'll see some extra ones in some of them, like this one down here is going to look different. So for the followed up, I have a checkbox here and checkbox here. You guys can change the followed up and invited checkboxes to whatever you want it to be. That's just how it worked for my brain. So let me show you how to do this. So once you have your pipeline set up, Let me just, I'm not going to change all these because it would take forever. It's not worth it right now. So what you're going to do is I keep the stage here. So I keep the stage here. I'm just going to move this over. I don't want deal size, so I delete this. I want notes, but I want it closer over here, and I don't want assigned to, so I remove that. Now to add that, I'm going to go over here and say, okay, this is what Brooke puts in here. So she puts goals, free form. So click the add button, free form, goals. Voila. Okay, what else does she have? She has days and stage. So usually that is automatically here. I don't see it here, so I'm going to actually show you how to do that. So magic columns, you're going to go over here, and there should be a days and stage. Now the reason I like days and stage being there, that lets me know how long they've been hanging out in that column. And if they've been hanging out in a column longer than a couple days, I want them to move on to the next stage. So if I sent someone information about a challenge group and they're still in that same stage 3 days later, I know I need to follow up with them. So I have that in there as well. Let's see, invited date. So I'm going to click here and go to date and just type in invited. Okay. Followed up, date. So date. And then followed up number 2 is another date. There we go. And then interested in is a tag. So I'm going to go down here to tag. Interested in. I just want to make sure it's exactly how, yeah, there we go. I have it there. And then let's go to source. So source is a tag. So that means where did they come from? And Facebook page is free form. So that's where I type in their I paste their Facebook page in there. So that says Facebook page. Programs is tag. Back in here. So these are programs they've done in the past. So that's important information whenever you have new prospects, or if you have past prospects and you want to possibly invite them to something new, or when something's on sale, you can, do, in my last video, I showed you how you can sort because of these tags. You can actually say, hey, everybody who was interested in the past in the 21-day fix, you can look that up. And I'll show you how to do that. And then let's see, programs, coaching, drop-down box. So I'm just going to select drop down, coaching. This just means yes or no. Are they interested in coaching? Then Shakeology drop down. And you don't have to have all these. These are just what I have because I like to have all this information. Okay. And then membership is a drop down. Okay. What's next? Invited a coach. So for that one, usually put a checkbox. I didn't put it in there, but that's usually what I do. And then address and phone number, which will be free form. So free form, address, and then free form, phone number. I think I just put, no, I put phone number. So it's really important I put phone number. And you're going to do that for every single one of your pipelines, because then when you transfer someone, that information is going to go with them. Now the followed up stuff, I don't really care if that goes with it. So like where I have the followed up here, you'll notice in my my document here that I actually, in some of them, I have different types of follow-ups. So for the free group, it's like there's just a checkbox. because I usually only follow up with them once. You can change that if you want, because when you transfer them from one to the other, it doesn't really matter if the followed up goes to it. So say I'm transferring someone from challenger prospect to a coach prospect, I really don't want that follow up to go with it anyway. And if it does, I want to delete it because that makes it look like I followed up with them. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now you have all this information in here. Say you're talking to someone on Facebook and you don't have their email address. Let's say somebody who said that they were interested. You're just going to create a new box, and I'm going to add their name in here, and then I'm going to click on their box. So this is going to show me their box, and I can say, okay, they were interested in, and see where it says no tags added. I can create a new tag. So now that's going to be in there. So interested in 21-day fix. Oh, it didn't create it. There we go. There we go. Now it's in there. And then source, like page, create like page tag. Let's say that for Shakeology, and you'll see here exactly what I put in each one. So you'll see where it says Shakeology. On the drop down, I say HD, sampler, or past. Past just means like they had a past order or they tried it in the past. So I usually add those options. If you want to just manage all the options, you can do this and click options. Yes, add another option, no, HD, past. And same with programs. So if you go into interested in and you want to manage all your options or your tags, you want these to be the same too. So you want to make sure that you're being careful of how you spell it. Make sure you spell it correctly because you want those to transfer. So that doesn't add them to that, but it just adds it to the categories. And then if it's from Facebook, I'll just paste their Facebook into here and it will automatically link it to their, it will not automatically link it in here, but when I click on it, it will automatically let me go to that page. And then if I have any other notes, I'll add it in here. I just want to make sure I have their goals up here right in front. And then I can change them from stages from here to here. The next thing that I wanted to show you, let me go back here. I'm actually going to log into my other one because I wanted to show you why those columns are important really quickly. Okay, so if I go to, let it load here. Ignore all this. I don't use that anymore. It's loading. Okay, so if I go into Challenger Prospects, and say people were interested in the 21-day fix, and what I want to do is find people who are interested in 21-day fix because it's on sale this month. So I'll go filter, sort, choose column, interested in, is in any of, I'm actually going to say 21-day fix here, apply. And so now I should be able to see anybody who was interested in the 21-day fix. So you can see some of these people here in the past who were interested specifically in the 21-day fix. So it'd be super easy for me. I don't even have to, if I don't want to, message each one of those people. I will click here because it only has those people selected. And then I can go to more and send mass email. I'm going to show you guys how to do this in the next video, but I can send a mass email asking them, hey, do you want to be in my 21-day fix group? It's actually on sale, blah, blah, blah. A lot less salesy than that. And if they're not in email, then I also have their Facebook page, if that's the way that I've been communicating with them, to send them a message on Facebook. So anyway, guys, that's how you set up the boxes. I'm going to show you some other technical stuff in the next video and how to send mass email.